Live and YouTube, and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Oh, hey! Bob!
Oh!
What are you doing in Brady's office?
Just Brady asked me to help with some accountings,
Oh, well, don't stay up too late, all right?
All right. Ty vole, no, tak to bylo jen tak. No ty kokos, to bylo chlup. Máš to, bro? Mám, máš to ty? Jo, já to mám.
Here's Robert Bracco on a breakaway! Scores! Martin Rysavy on a breakaway, shot save, rebound, scores!
Welcome into the Moose Jaw Event Center, where the Warriors are celebrating a 3-1 win over the Saskatoon Blades. A big 2 points for the Warriors here tonight as they skate to the 2-goal victory with the empty net goal there in the third period by Braden Yager. That came with a minute 7 to play in the hockey game. Yager scoring his 20th of the season into that empty net to finish off this big victory. It's Warriors now 2-1 against Saskatoon. Those two teams will meet for a rematch tomorrow in Saskatoon, where the Blades have beaten the Warriors in their only meeting up there in SaskTel Center so far this season. So no, they will push back tomorrow on home ice. But let's take a look at the game scoring summary from that big victory for the Warriors as they skate to the 3-1 win. It started in the first period with Eric Alry scoring his 14th of the season. That came at 7:20 in that opening frame as he put that one into the back of the net after a nice feed from Ryder Korzak. He was at the side of the net, put that one home for his 14th of the season. Fourth goal in the last 3 games for the 19-year-old forward as he's starting to heat up. And then another 19-year-old forward for the Warriors, Josh Hoekstra, gets his 6th of the season, tipping home a shot from Logan Dauheniuk at 9:34. That made it a 2-0 game for the Warriors at that point midway through the second, but just under 3 minutes later, Igor Sidorov scored his 23rd of the season on a power play, a one-timer off a feed from Trevor Wong. Aiden Delagorjandier with the assists on that one as Sidorov made it a one-goal game going into the third period, his 23rd of the year. Cut the lead down to 1. But then the Warriors kept the pressure on. I think they didn't let off the gas at all in that third period. Both teams taking some penalties as there was some 4-on-4 play and some coincidental penalties happening, but the Warriors stuck with it, put some rubber towards Austin Elliott and tried to use the offense as their best defense, and then Connor Unger comes up big late in the game, making some key saves, and then Braden Yager seals the deal with his 20th of the season, putting that into an empty net with 1:07 to play in this hockey game. Ryder Korzak picking up the assist for a 2-point night for the Warriors' 20-year-old forward. So the Warriors skate to the 3-1 victory. Shots on goal in this hockey game, 31-21 in favor of the Warriors, 12-8 in that final period, but 31-21 overall for the Warriors. A good defensive game as they kept the Saskatoon Blades to a limited number of shots and made it a pretty easy night for Connor Unger in between the pipes. Saskatoon finished 1 for 4 on the power play. They were on a power play late in the game. That's when Braden Yager scored the empty net goal. It ended up being a short-handed marker for the Warriors forward. And then Moose Jaw went 0 for 3, a rare 0 for on the power play for the highly touted Warriors power play, sitting third in the WHL right now, actually tied with Saskatoon at 27.8%. So Warriors going 0 for 3 with the man advantage here tonight. Let's take a look at the 3 stars of the hockey game here in this one. Third star is Warriors forward Eric Ulrich. Gets his 4th goal in the last 3 games, his 14th of the season. He is your third star. And then the goaltenders, they're the top 2 stars in this game. Austin Elliott makes 29 saves in the loss. He was sharp between the pipes for Saskatoon. And then Connor Unger is your first star, making 20 saves. He had some big ones, made them when he needed to, and he ends up being the first star in this tightly contested hockey game. So Connor Unger with 20 saves on the night. He's your first star, as has been quite a few times here at home so far this season. But Connor Unger, first star, Austin Elliott, second star, and third star, Eric Ulrich. We're going to hopefully catch up with Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary here in just a few moments. We'll take a quick break and hopefully hear from him next here on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center, where we're going through the Warriors' 3-1 win over the Saskatoon Blades here tonight in the first half of a weekend home and home between these two teams. They'll square off up in Saskatoon coming up tomorrow night. It'll be a good one up there in the Bridge City, as these two teams now sit just 1 point separating them in the Eastern Conference standings. Warriors just 1 point back of Saskatoon for third place, so big 2 points up there in Saskatoon tomorrow night. The Warriors have a busy schedule. They'll be in Winnipeg on the weekend for a pair of games Saturday and Sunday, so those will be 2 big ones against the top team in the CHL. So Warriors will look to find some success in the Wayne Fleming Arena. That's been a place that has been tough for the Warriors here over the past few years, but they'll try to do it coming up this weekend when they head to Winnipeg. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Just one other game happening in the WHL tonight. It's a 3-0 lead for the Medicine Hat Tigers in Prince George. Caden Lindstrom had the opening goal just a minute 56 into that hockey game. Then Andrew Basha gets his 8th of the season at 15-15 in that first period. And then Shane Smith follows that up with just a minute 15 to go in that opening period, as Medicine Hat jumped out to a big 3-0 lead. 3 goals on 7 shots in the opening period for Medicine Hat in that game. They lead 3-0 late in the second period, so you'll hopefully be able to get the recap of that one, or head over there if you're watching on WHL Live. You can head over and tune into that game after we wrap up the post-game show here tonight. Still waiting to catch up with Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary down in the Warriors locker room after this victory. It's the Warriors picking up the 3-1 win over the Saskatoon Blades here tonight. As we mentioned, these two teams will meet for a rematch up in Saskatoon tomorrow night. We'll take a quick break and come back next here on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. EDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
It's It's where co-workers gather for team lunches. It's where first dates feel a little less awkward. It's where friends are treated like family. It's the Mad Greek.
Thank you for 20 years of local love and support.
We can't wait for the next 20 years. We love Moose Jaw.
Dine in, take out, or delivery for the best ribs in town, pizzas, pastas, and authentic Greek cuisine. It's the taste of tradition at the Mad Greek, 925 Main Street North, Moose Jaw.
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we continue to wrap up tonight's 3-1 win over the Saskatoon Blades. Let's head down to the Warriors locker room where I'm being joined by head coach Marc O'Leary. And coach, this was a tight, contested game here throughout, but your team pulls out the victory. How key was it to play a structured game against Saskatoon and really limit their opportunities in this to come away with the victory?
Yeah, I think it was real important. I think that's a big part of their game. So we knew that if we want to win, we have to match that, and then hope that our skill will be there in the end. And I thought, we did a really good job of that, not giving them a whole lot right until the end. I thought we got a little bit loose with our puck management in the third period at times, but really happy with the structure we played with tonight in terms of our forechecking, our tracking, and our D zone coverage was pretty good. And, I still think we left a lot of opportunities on the doorstep there that we didn't cash in on. That's a pretty good hockey game, all start to finish.
Eric Ulrich gets his 4th goal in the last 3 games. He's really clicked here over the last little bit. How key is it to get him going here for this team in the second half?
Yeah, it's going to be real important that we get scoring from everywhere. Whether it's within the line or all 4 lines. And Eric's a big part of that. Goal scorer, and I know we went through a little bit of a lull there, but there was no concern from us. I think that he's notorious for finding his way eventually and then getting on a bit of a heater. That's what we're seeing right now. So I like where his game's at. He's feeling confident. He's holding on to pucks, and that's a good sign for us for sure.
You mentioned earlier that the team might have left a little bit on the table here tonight. Is that a good sign going into Saskatoon tomorrow, and what's going to be the key up in the Bridge City?
Well, playing with the same structure will be important. Obviously they'll be a better team at home, but I think when we get opportunities, just a little less hesitant. We waited that extra second, whether it was the D-man up top or the forwards inside. I think those opportunities, they're there for a second. We need to unload and make sure they hit the net every single time.
Well, congratulations on the win and good luck up in Saskatoon tomorrow.
Great. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks to Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary for joining us here after this 3-1 win over the Saskatoon Blades. As we talked about, they'll be in Saskatoon tomorrow and then head off to Winnipeg for a couple of games over the weekend. We'll be back on the air coming up next Friday when the Warriors return to home ice for a pair of games on Friday and Saturday. But from in between now and then, you can tune into all the action on Country 100 and WHL Live. But thank you for joining us here tonight as the Warriors skate to a 3-1 win on IKS Media Warriors Live.